What up? I hope y'all tuned in. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. I'm gonna be dropping a lot of gems on here. Today's gonna be a fun one. Make sure you tune in and lock in with our new men's mental health school, right? The hustle, the healing hustle. So make sure you check in with all that stuff too, as well. But we about to dive right into it. Um, and what's happening is we have a lot of men, specifically black men, that's dealing with depression and feeling overwhelmed. So I want to talk a little bit. Most of you know I didn't meet my father until I was 27 years old, and for the most of my life, I thought I was the reason he wasn't there. I went from a kid from Deerfield, Miami Beach, Florida, carrying anger, numbness to college athlete, right? I'm a nonprofit CEO, mental health advocate, helping black men heal every day. I've studied addiction. I've helped thousands of families understand it. So when I talk about overcoming depression as a black man, I'm speaking from experience, not theory, right? I'm speaking from experience, not theory. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact mindset shifts and tools and truths about what helped me climb out of that depression. So you can probably start doing it today. All right. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is you may need to change your environment, right? A toxic environment and a toxic or survival based environment really keeps your nervous system in that fight or flight response. And you can't heal in the same place that hurt you. And I think that's why I left Florida, right, and moved to Massachusetts, because the culture, new expectations, college football gave me structure. And not only structure, it gave me discipline and time away from the pain. So if you can't get away from your environment, I encourage you to get change the room, change your location, do things that make and help you kind of rearrange that environment around. Another thing you can do is learn the truth about your pain. Most black men think depression is a weakness or a softness. Understanding the science behind not only addiction but mental health actually removes the shame, right? So meeting my father for the first time at age 27. Prior to that, I was learning about addiction, right? Realizing that my father didn't choose to leave me, and meeting him at 27 and seeing the man and not a choice really was a turning point for me, right? So I need you to learn about your trauma, because if you learn about your trauma and your mental health, that can help open up doors to you healing, and not only healing, but probably getting away from the pain. It's no excuse. People have to free themselves from self blame. A third thing you can do is replace the victim mindset with responsibility, right? Depression feeds on the belief that us as black men that we're powerless. Responsibility actually gives us control again. See, I shifted my why me to what can I do. I learned that crying wasn't a weakness, but instead it's actually resilience. I stopped blaming myself for my father's absence, right? So I challenge you, identify one belief that you have inherited that really creates barriers to you progressing, right? Progressing. Men don't cry. I have to be the man of the house. I can't ask for help. And I need you to replace those with a more healthier truth. Something else that helped me was I built a community of strong black men. We need strong black men around us, because you have to understand isolation is where depression grows. Isolation is where depression grows. And community is where healing happens. Listen, growing up in Deerfield, Miami Beach, Florida taught me survival, but it also taught me the power of community. Creating a men's mental health group, the Healing Hustle School, is a way of me giving, right? Giving men a community that some of them have never had. So I invite you to join a group, a brotherhood, or a community, or a space where black men can talk, and not only talk, but talk without being judged. Another thing I did was I took care of my mind, my body, and my soul, right? I took care of my body because movement regulates emotion, right? And we all know that depression thrives off of stillness. So working out, talking to my mom, staying active were my lifelines. So that's why I encourage a lot of black men today with start with 10 minutes a day. Take a walk, go stretch, go lift. We're losing black men every single day. And one thing I realized that taking a walk with a friend is cheaper than any therapy session. We're losing black men every day because they think silence is strength. And they think that reaching out for help is a sign for weakness when reaching out for help is actually a sign of an intelligence, right? A sign that you're trying to overcome your depression and you're trying to get yourself out of that victim mindset that we sometimes put ourselves in. Listen, I overcame depression by changing my environment, learning the truth about my pain, dropping the victim mindset, building community, and taking care of my body. If you don't take care of your mental health, you will lose everything. So I invite you to comment on this, share your story, subscribe for more mental health content, join our men's mental health school, understanding you didn't come this far just to come this far. You are not alone, and you don't have to fight this alone.